big place in Leduc.
Yeah, that's a clearinghouse, though. That's where they process the stuff through. It's not where you order it from.
Oh,
Or two, and then it's shipped all to different locations.
right. Too bad I will have to problem because
We're on. We're live.
We're live.
Mhm.
Good morning.
You keep on pressing it and starting it while we're still talking.
Well, good morning, Heidi. Good morning. Thank you so much, Heidi, and Maggie, and Chris Cross, and Maggie Zell. Yes, Judy, Sonia, Francis, green-eyed girl. My
Patty
mom,
Thompson, Leo Smiles,
in
Nathanji.
my mom's family, a lot of people have the green eyes. I have blue.
And welcome, Chris. You can get your cards out.
Nope. And I first will quiet my phone.
Hi, Judy.
Hello, everyone. Okay. And I'm ready.
You're ready. Mm-hmm.
So the big conference is now in the White House meeting. And it started so nicely. Trump was so polite to that president of South Africa, and eventually, he loves to steer.
It's like how it was with Zelensky. It's all the
same thing, very unpleasant. But the South African president stood up to him because Dondon is making some stories, and Melon was there standing, not sitting, not wearing hat, so he's changing a little bit.
So you wanted me to ask about Melon. What's he up to these days?
Well, I heard him saying that he don't want to invest any more money.
He doesn't have any money. Everything is leveraged.
Well, but he said he's not going to invest any more money in the politics.
Oh.
And I closed my eyes. I thought, where is that? He went to Saudi Arabia, and he wanted to probably sign some contract, and I saw them showing him a door.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you so much, Heidi. Not only that you are helping, but you are helping by supporting financially the channel. Thank you so much. So I think he discovered that his name doesn't mean anything anymore. That he is he damaged his name so much, his status as a businessman, that no one wants to sign contracts with him. Maybe they did sign it, but he didn't have the welcome as shadow president. We didn't see him driving in the same car with Dondon. He must have had bad time over there. And he said he's not going. He will do some research before he will invest in any politic guy. Well, good lesson for him. I'm not.
Patty Thompson has asked, will P Diddy get convicted?
They will be from different places. They will be pulling cane and pulling his leg. So he will be eventually walking on his hands and feet. Yeah, he will be on his.
So he will be convicted.
He will be crawling. Yeah.
Now
that's what I'm seeing. I will pull 3 more cards. We have such a cold weather here.
2, 3. We have rain.
And only
it's not snow.
It's snow, but it was 2 degrees in the morning.
Yeah, it's raining now.
we were talking. P Diddy, how dysfunctional the whole situation was, and the law will take a charge on him. Some surprise, so he might have backing and saying his side of the story, because we didn't hear his side. And
now
he was running after her. I'm sorry. Can I finish?
Yeah.
He was running after her on the corridor. He was looking in the back to check if something is in the back. He will say that she stole his drugs.
Oh, so then that justifies grabbing her by the hair and pulling her down the hall.
Yeah, that will make him more likable for so many drug users.
Now, if somebody could let us know, do you know whether this is a state crime or is it a federal crime? Could he be pardoned by Dondon?
Okay, I don't know.
Does somebody have the answer to that?
But
whether it's
between different states as well. He had house in Florida, and so that might be state.
I don't know. Federal. So he could be pardoned by Dondon.
Thank you, Janice. Yeah.
Wow.
So he's counting on that.
He's counting on it. Will he be? One, two, three.
As long as he has money, but I will see him pulling empty pockets. Mm-hmm. It will cost him so much, and whatever will be left, he will have to pay to noble guy. Good harvest for Dondon, but he will be feeling lonely. He will feel abandoned, and who knows, maybe a little bit in a prison, but not too much. Not right away. And Junior is thinking about taking his daddy's position to be a president of USA.
In 2028.
Congratulations. Oh my gosh.
Does he have any chance?
Did we thought that Dondon doesn't have any chances?
It's different.
Mm-hmm.
This is different. 1, 2, 3.
On the street, they will tell him, get lost. You know how the big boys will treat that. But the Rainbow of the family, they wouldn't trust him. But he's after the money, and he has the money.
Oh, I hope everything straightens out.
Maybe it will be too fast, and he will be not ready for that.
Chris is asking, will the U.S. be attacked in any way? One, 2.
Oops.
3.
I don't know if that one fell down upside down or not, but so many ways, yes. Countries will be pulling out from USA.
So they'll be pulling out.
Not traveling.
Okay.
Not signing contracts. That's not a good thing. And England, Canada, and France are not making any deals. Just part time. That will be something will happen. They will be attacked until he will reunited with people. But before that, there will be struggle.
Will there be any physical attacks?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Yes. On the waters, on the ships, on planes, so yes. Maybe not in USA, but in other countries, but that's those armies belong to USA. Even sometimes they will think it's a friendly fire.
That's a technique by Putin.
And some countries will take chances, gambling.
Now, what about coming up into this long weekend, the Memorial Day weekend in the United States? A lot of people are traveling. When would that be safe? 2, 3.
Those hurricanes will be affecting, and people will be stuck on airports and I see a lot of disappointments to make on time. And yeah, there will be some bubbly stuff going on, yes. But otherwise, America will be safe. People will get out of the houses, and most of them will be making good decisions. But be careful on the roads. And the snow is coming in some places as well. And FEMA is getting out of the door. He doesn't want FEMA. Oh, yay. I'm sorry. Like, you can't imagine things that he will choose for his own people in the worst situations. Like when they have some disaster, FEMA is not coming to help you, to give you some food, to connect you with the electricity or telephones and so on. I'm not talking big stuff, but little. Nurses and doctors when they need them. 5,000 houses were destroyed, and he is not sending FEMA.
Well, he wants to redirect that money, doesn't he?
But he wants to have
his
parade,
beautiful bill,
to have his beautiful parade, and
he has to pay for that. Yeah.
No, that doesn't matter, and he has to go golfing every week, so he has to have money for that.
Escalumbe, Coulombe, however that is pronounced, I'm sorry. Would the military want to be in the parade in June for the birthday of Dondon? Will something happen about large crowds, etc.?
They don't.
Yeah. They have to, though.
But they have to. But they. We don't want that cookie.
When?
Sorry, I'm not offending the parade, but I think they would like to have day off.
3.
It's for him, and they know that money costs. It's all about him. Is the third one. And people want to make good decisions, so they will do whatever they have to do it. But would they be happy? I don't think so.
Now, what about there's supposed to be a great big, huge rallies across the United States on the 14th?
Against.
Yeah, it's one of those organized rallies everywhere. Is that going to overshadow this, or are there going to be large crowds and have problems at the site, or what? 1, 2, 3.
There will be pro and against, 2 crowds. And people will not want to feel vulnerable anymore. They will take the chains, they will pull the blindness, and they will have the swords to fight for safety of America and make America strong again. He was promising, and someone was even wearing 2 hats, red and black, one on top of each other, to show how. Now it's without the hat today at the Oval Office. He is not showing off as much, and he must got really nice snap on his nose. We had one teacher, a math teacher, and she will go and snap your nose.
We didn't have any of the, you said before, ear pulling, hitting on the nose. We didn't have any of that.
Put me
The strap
with the
in front of kids?
yeah.
Oh.
Why would she do this in front of the principal?
I just have never experienced that in my time in school.
We had that all the time. And once one teacher threw at me. Apparently, I didn't do best. Well, I watched the blackboard. I was grade 3. I watched the blackboard and I left and I sat in my desk. But some boy went and did some doodle. So she came. That's the same teacher. And maybe that's, I never liked math after. And she came, and who is responsible for the blackboard today? I'm pulling the hand. Come here. She took that wet blackboard and threw at me. I cried. I left. I ran home, and my mom right away went. After that, she left me alone. So my mom must. But she said, it's not the way you want to treat the 10-year-old, 12-year-old kid. That she thought that she's allowed to do it. And
now Chris Cross is mentioning, and it's true, the House Committee is voting on Dondon's big, beautiful bill. Kathy McLaughlin's following up. Will Dondon's current tax bill pass?
yesterday didn't.
1, 2, 3.
One leg will be shorter, so it will be crooked kind of.
So it's not going to quite pass, or
not quite pass. It will be cut. Something will be cut out of that bill, and I'm not saying it's today, but it will be jeopardized some way, like feeling unreliable for walking forward. So there will be some problems. Backstabbing. And he will be about the money. They will be educating themselves how much money they are losing, not making. And it will be a big battle.
So Johnson had wanted it before Memorial Day weekend. Will it be after or before? Any idea? 1, 2, 3.
After, or not before. It has to go through the grainer, and it's they will be leaning on him, but mostly important it will be the America's safety. He will have to be creative, upside down.
Johnson will have to be creative.
Johnson, yeah.
Now, what about
he is twisting himself into pretzel.
Now, Dondon went and had a chat with the GOP, etc., who were not going for this bill. They're trying to push it through late last night, in the middle of the night. But what did Dondon say to them? Like, was he threatening them, or was he bribing them?
I was watching.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he said, do it right now.
So he's ordering them.
Don't overthink.
Don't overthink it. I'll do all the thinking for you because I have the biggest brain, too.
I'm the smartest the generals. I'm so smart. Yeah, he is. The famous painter who was painting clocks. Help me. The clock.
The clock that's
flappy. Maybe someone will help me. Salvador Dali? That was him?
Salvador Dali,
yeah.
Could be. Yeah.
I think so. And so the melted clock, melted time. In his art, it was beautiful, but on the Congress floor, it's not too great. It's all about money for him and his partners. People will say, I want to take a distance. I want to look from the outside.
So they're starting to actually think for themselves. And
They
of
started
course, he
to
doesn't want
think
them
for
to
the
do that.
people who are choosing them. They know it's too much to lose.
They're also going to be probably losing their seats in
And
the next
the
election.
medical care and Medicaid, and so they will be not. Hello, Beverly.
Now, the second part of that question is, after this is passed, somehow even modified, if it does, what will be the effect on small businesses, which employ 62% of our workforce? This is from Kathy as well. 1, 2, 3.
So many more businesses will close the door. Close. Like you're going through the city and on the street and you see that it's closed businesses. It's symbol. Yeah, people will have to sleep on it, or have sleepless nights, crying over broken relationships, crying over broken, losing people, and it will be more rebellions. They will be eventually so upset. He thinks that what is $5? It's nothing, or $10 or $100. It's nothing for him.
There's nothing for him. Maggie Seal's asking about the internet outage today. Was it because of solar activity?
Was it today?
Well, it's supposed to be causing a lot of solar activity. I know in Canada, Bell in Eastern Canada and Bank of Nova Scotia were not online for a while. I never had any problems. I checked into that and didn't have any problems on my end. The parts are. So what about the solar activity going on? 1, 2, 3.
Like when you will pull your face stretched, something unreal, not common, like you can cause yourself nice plastic operation, but if you will pull it, and the lips are like that, so there will be some stretching, some inconvenience, some.
So is it because of solar flares?
Well, we had that in Toronto. The whole Toronto was closed. Only the regular phones were working. The cell phones were not working. And there was a lot of robberies, a lot of drama. Trains were not traveling. That's one thing after another could happen. So this will stretch all over probably Canada. I pulled the 3 cards, yes. Protection in the banks might be a problem, fighting for that, and surprises. People will be surprised.
Chris Cross is asking, will Dictator Donnie invite Pope Leo's MAGA brother to the White House? I don't know anything about his MAGA brother.
Oh, his brother is a MAGA?
I don't know.
He has 2 brothers, and one, I think...
One's a teacher or in school.
And in the army?
I don't know. I didn't look them up. I know that Vance is trying to he thinks that he's got an in because the Pope is American. You can sway him. 1, 2, 3.
Nothing important, nothing. Excitement, but the law will be kept, and he will have to educate himself more before the meeting.
He will help?
The brother, yeah. And I
don't think he would want to undermine his
no.
other.
They are very religious, especially the one who is a teacher, because he was every week in contact with Pope before he was a Pope, and the other brother, there was some distance because it was even hard for him to get connected.
Maria A. is asking, will Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett run in 2028?
She is the beautiful black lady from Texas, very outspoken, very brave and bright. She ran for Senate because
Congresswoman run in 2028. I don't know. It doesn't say what position.
I think for Senate maybe.
One,
because she is in Congress and she will stay in Congress.
2, 3.
Oh, nice vision, I think I understand. When you throw a rock and it skips and making those round, beautiful circles, she will be like that. And it means many years ahead, because sometimes you can do this for several times. Yeah, she is ready for that. She's waiting, sleeping on it, and then it will be a reason to celebrate.
So 2028 may not be the year?
Maybe.
It may be the year?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they have opening for 2028 for Senate.
In her area.
Yeah, because it has to be open market for
between her and AOC. They've got a good thing going there, educating people.
Yeah, but AOC is from New York and Crockett is from Texas, and Trump don't like both of them. He doesn't give them very much welcome invitations.
Mama's Queen is asking, will the Walmart owners and board of directors stop supporting the Heritage Foundation and Project 2025 and the orange one now that tariffs are affecting Walmart? Didn't they say they were going to try to absorb as much as they could because Trump had wanted them to do that?
Well, he's building up communism much stronger than any communistic country. Okay, 3 cards.
Three.
It must be something in your questions, because I see the nest of wasps. And don't play with it. And because it looks like they are so angry. And the
people from Walmart?
Yeah. They are the nest of wasps, and they will be doing everything what they were not doing before. They were quiet, they were obedient, and now they will be attacking. They will be furious, and everything will be in open. They want to still be the winners, and magic event will be taken. So they will do whatever is possible in their assets to influence the own safety. And about wasps, if you have a wasp and the season is starting, don't fight with them. Just hang upside down the brown paper bag. Not too far.
Seal it at the top. Blow it up, seal it up.
Not seal it, just upside down.
Okay.
You just put the cord, tape or whatever cord.
Okay.
And my brother didn't believe it, but he had wasps under his deck. And he has, quite a few steps to go down. And he said, I'm not going there. So I said, well, do this. He was laughing at me, but he did. And he said, it works. They move out. They don't want to fight, but they will move somewhere else. So wasps are not as bad as we think, but we have to understand that they don't like to be next to other wasp nest. And that was the granny's advice.
Heidi's asking, Tusk told us.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you so much.
Tusk has said about, let me see, I have to go back to because it moved.
Narayano. The Gano. I hope I'm not butchering. You would correct me probably on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
We were chatting yesterday on WhatsApp.
Heidi has the question about
Christina,
that told us today that the Polish military surveillance, there's a ship, Russian ships outside their waters.
in Baltic.
What are the Russians up to?
They are looking for Bornable place courts that are going on the bottom of the Baltic Sea. So they want to cut some
The cables?
or oils. You know that they did that before, so it's not the first time. They are ready for aggression. Oh gosh.
Thank you very much, Erica.
Thank you, Erica.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you, my friends, for your support. They are doing some damages, mounting something on the bottom of the Baltic. So it can explode any moment when they will be ready for that. So it might not be right away because they are there, but they will leave. We'll collaborate soon. Thank you. Now they are pretending to be in a peaceful, in a loving, but Poland has to protect themselves because they are doing some dirty job under the water of Baltic Sea. It's
Now,
let's collab soon. So is that asking me for collaborations with others?
which one is this?
Erica Robinson.
I don't know.
Can you tell us if there is anything that you would like to collaborate about? Okay.
Violetta's in the planning stages of starting to collaborate with others now that her life is settling down just a tiny bit, not much.
No, I got a kind of answer from Linda G. Comanche that what is a good day for me? I answered and she's still debating if that's a good day for her. But she is so busy.
Malgosia Odman.
Małgosia.
Can you see what kind of a man or woman Dondon was in his past lives?
Oh, I said that he was a captain who was bringing slaves from Africa. I saw him as an actor with Bannon, another gang, and Genghis Khan. So I had those 3 lives, huge lives for him. None of them he was always larger than life. But the actor, it was time of Shakespeare.
1, 2, 3.
I see people asking him for help and he's walking above them on the ship and they are pulling hands because they are hungry. He was cruel. He always was cruel. And in the life when he was captain, Eugene Carroll was his slave lady. And when he was drunk, that's the reason he's not drinking this lifetime. He got the lesson.
And another reason that he's afraid of sharks.
Mm-hmm. And she took his key, opened the bottom of where the slaves were, and they attacked. They attacked because the whole crew was drunk, and they took him over there.
They put him overboard.
And gave him to the sharks, and he has panic. He's panically afraid of sharks. I was a drunk sailor once, and my friend Badis took me because I was always drinking and looking for trouble. That was many hundred years ago, and I learned my lesson not to drink. This lifetime I can't drink. Trump can drink as well. Hello, Brooke. And surprise, what he was a leader here, and he died dramatic. Well, probably the drama of the deaths. We don't know too much about Genghis Khan, how he died, and when he's even, because there is some place, but they believe that it was his place of rest, and he was extremely cruel. Yes, I said Genghis Khan. How you say Genghis Khan?
Genghis Khan, yeah.
Yeah. So this lifetime, he is still thinking that he can get away with everything, or he can play to be an actor, whatever role he wants to play. I'm still thinking about the interview that I sent to you. Barbara Walter was asking him many years ago when he had that bankruptcy, and he wrote his book. What was Leszek had that book, and he is bragging how great businessman he is. And she said, how can you say that you are a good businessman if you were bankrupt and banks don't want to talk with you? Who told you that? I went to talk with the banks. He still thought that he is a good businessman. He couldn't tolerate the truth if it's hurting him. So it's very, very differently. His past life is still influencing him this lifetime.
I don't think you'll ever learn, at least not this lifetime.
And hopefully tomorrow I will be able to talk about my past life. Someone asked about our past lives. Do you want to answer?
No, you can.
Oh, both of us. Catherine Johnson, I love it here, the story last time, and how you are linked where you were when you were twins, how you found one another in Alberta this time, Violetta coming from Poland and landing here. Hope you will tell it someday. So it was a couple of days.
I had your channel had just started with Leszek.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until at the end.
8 years ago, yeah.
And Leszek mentioned that come for a reading to Red Deer Antiques and Collectible. I thought for sure you were in Toronto. Why would you come to Red Deer?
And she came in.
And so I came into the store and we connected immediately.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then she asked me, were we connected in the past life? And I said, yes, we were twins, but we were looking after grandmother.
We were first cousins looking after grandmother that time.
And she was older lady, and we were looking after her and giggling and, having a good time. Another time we were twins on some island. Again, some very powerful woman was our mother, and it was like a small island that we were running the island eventually.
And I'd asked one time how the connection with Leszek, you and I, and you saw us sitting with our legs crossed and our hands, and we had a band around our head and we were praying together.
Yeah, but I think it was in Egypt, yes?
Yeah, it was in Egypt. I go back to Egypt as well. But my heritage as well is also from Prussia.
Prussia, very close where my mother was born and my father-in-law.
Yeah,
they were from the center of Poland. They were neighbors, my father-in-law and my mother. 2 villages, very neighborly. And we met. He moved to Wrocław. His father, my mom moved to Wrocław. So after the war, because that was most people wanted to find some place to live, and the buildings were damaged but available. And when I met Richard, we discovered that we are neighbors from the 2 streets apart. And I knew his sister, he knew my brother. We were just 500 meters from each other growing up, but the main street was running between us, so we can't believe it that we didn't met. I was dating one brother and she was dating another brother, so his sister, and we met on the New Year party. I met her. And after that, hi, always.
And I have to laugh because I live 4 blocks away from her.
She's living very close. I can throw the rock. No, not me, but it is very close that we are calling. And do you have internet? Oh, I have.
Usually don't have internet. You're in a dead zone here, but I do.
But they are coming and to repair that, so hopefully I will have better.
Your girlfriend Beverly is asking, had asked about what would be the outcome of Diddy trial, and you had already commented that. Did Diddy have anything to do with Prince's death? Do you remember the music star Prince?
Oh.
Did Diddy have anything to do with Prince's death? One, two, three.
I think Prince took too much overdose, and it was prescribed by doctors, so I can't blame him. But there was a horrible tragedy. No, he was on the safe side. He didn't do anything. He was just observer outside.
Claudia is asking the question, Prime Minister of Slovakia is a big Russian and Putin supporter. How do you see Slovakia political and financial situation in the following year? Will the country be overcome by Russian influence?
Slovakia is part of Czechoslovakia. And Slovakia. It was Czechoslovakia Republic, and now the Czech and Slovakia. And I believe Ivana was from Slovenia, which is Slovakia.
1, 2, 3.
I see people protesting against him, so he's not going to run for too long. It's all about money. And gambling with the money. Yeah, my intuition is correct. So people will be eventually against him. All those dictators are now in Europe are not popular anymore.
And Magic Cat, Violetta talked about the Boeing 747 from Qatar being a Trojan horse, and she said yes. That was her vision right away.
Yeah.
Valhalla spirit question.
But that means that Dondon will be able to accept this and go for it, because that's in Troya they did that. They
allowed it to come in.
Allow inside. I don't know how, because they were moving they could hear those guys inside with the swords, and you can't really
make time's coming. Whatever it's going to end up being. Valhalla spirit, will Americans be left out to their own devices from the destruction of all the natural disasters, such as the tornadoes currently and the upcoming hurricane?
Because they don't have the FEMA.
They don't have FEMA money. Will they have to go back to their own devices, helping one another out instead of having federal support?
Situation like a situation, we all been in the situation that we are stuck in the toilet, public toilet, and there is no paper. And we will be calling for help and feeling very vulnerable in a situation. Yes, sorry. That's the vision that I got it. But it's dramatic when you are stuck there and you can't leave and you don't have, and the other places don't, no one has the toilet paper.
Mhm.
Because when it's gone everywhere. So it will be
One,
calling for help and no one will
Two.
come to help you.
3. That's even in red states too.
And people will feel that they are vulnerable to the point. To the point. Eventually they will go with love and because they want to survive and they will find the healer. Someone will stand up in their names and started to be rebellion. Because you can't really take everything from people. Healthcare, medical, I don't know the difference too much.
So this will be one of the turning points that changes. What about
everything will be one after another. People will be so upset. And the symbol of 8 of Swords is that I can do this. Wait, I can do whatever I want to do. My hands are free. Blindness can go away, and I have 8 of Swords. I'm on top of the mountains. So it is very deceiving card because the first moment you think, Bornable girl on top of the mountains. No.
Now the ones who are Republican governors, will this change their mind about what he is doing as a president? 1, 2, 3.
It's like oxygen in the aquarium. You have to give the oxygen to the aquarium so that the fishes can swim and can breathe.
Mm-hmm.
You cut this and everyone is dying. So it will be so obvious, and they will feel that they are stuck in the aquarium. Up and down, they will try it as much as possible, but they wanted the rainbow over the families, and they will be waiting, but postponing. You can't postpone for forever.
So will this be a big reason why
People
will change in 2020, 2026?
And they don't want to lose the seats. And they will.
They better wake up.
They will. Because...
Now, what about...
he is only thinking about... To me, he's only thinking how to destroy USA. To make the country vulnerable so he can be more powerful.
And is that part of Putin's plan too?
Probably. Yeah. He's doing whatever.
He had that love fest for 2 hours.
I said that they will be... And nothing came out. Nothing good came out of this for Ukraine.
Now, Representative...
Not even any agreement. Not even pretending that he is winning that.
No, he backed away from it
completely. Yeah, you guys.
After talking with Putin for 2 hours.
You guys deal with between each other.
Representative Al Green just announced on May 15th that he filed another articles of impeachment against Dondon, stating that the president has devolved American democracy into authoritarianism, with himself as the authoritarian. He addressed Dondon's failure to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution by throwing it back in their face about the Fifth Amendment, constitutional right to due process for deportations, etc. You had said before that one of these, because this is the second one now, one of these impeachments will actually stick, and Dondon will be impeached at some point. Will this be the one that causes it to stick, or is it further down the line?
It's still to recognize who is on that team. So they are wearing the same shirts to know I'm on the team, but not yet. I don't think...
so the House won't impeach him?
Not yet.
Okay, 1, 2.
But I see them trying to wear the blue shirts, so it will be more Democrats going that, they will gain more democratic voters. Queen of Love, surprise, and for the protection. So eventually they will stand up what is right. Angel of Justice will be, Angel of Swords will be fighting for what is right for people.
Yeah, I still am waiting for that.
Yeah.
There's so many who are, they're not even thinking for themselves anymore.
But something will happen like that, and everything will turn out. They will be in a panic mood if something will happen to Dondon, like with the Biden. They are similar age. Something could happen with the health with Dondon. They will be in a absolute panic because they will lose the leader who is wearing red hat, and they will have no ability to think for themselves.
Well, I find this wearing me out. Like, it's just,
Yeah,
I would really like to have, going back to Biden or Obama, where you didn't hear things, like even in Canada, we don't hear an awful lot about our Prime Minister.
No, we just know
because
that
he's doing his work behind the scenes.
And we know that more people are actually attracted to him now than
he has more support than Trudeau.
More support, yeah. So he's doing something that people are happy about.
But it's so nice when you have that break, because Dondon wants to be in the news every day.
Yeah, and can you imagine, since 2016, we are all the time bombarded every day, because I remember many, many years I was coming home and I was asking, so what this did that today so crazy? And my husband, so now when he's coming, he's asking the same question. And it's always something. You can't say that he was quiet all day, no. It's something all the time, and he has to be, he's so addicted to the being on a stage, like the acting part of his drama is still there with him.
Well, that's who he is, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's a reality show.
It is, and he wants to, good, bad, but attention, he wants to have attention. So tomorrow, hopefully, I will be on talking with
Evelyn
from Life After Death.
No, Life After Life.
Life After Life.
Near-death experiences.
So we will see how that, this time it's their time.
Last time her computer would not allow we had the sound, but it would not allow for the video to go to her on the Zoom.
So I had to run with the computer to. And
your phone also had a bug.
had a problem.
It froze.
It is something that.
Oh my goodness! And I said to you, you're to take a break. The universe is telling you to take a break.
Take a break, but it's more. I'm more busy when the things happen like that. But the good thing is, I took Leszek's laptop that I received from after his death, and I put some programs on it, so hopefully that will work. I was not too lucky yet with the programs. I will check with you. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But I downloaded the old, not this one, different laptop, so that one. So I hope everything went down. So I will have 2 computers for the next time.
So there's 2 questions here. Teresa Boone is asking, do you think we will take back the House and Senate in 20?
I think I said that the Congress, yes.
What about the Senate?
Yes, we will swallow the Senate as well.
I love this. We will.
Yeah.
We Canadians will help you do that. As if we have a lot of say.
You know my saying, the poopy stuff is floating behind the ship and saying, oh, we are swimming.
Well, that reminds me of RFK Jr. swimming in that creek with all his grandchildren.
With his grandchildren, yeah. Swim by yourself. You want to be in as water go
You were the
don't
polluted
do
water
that.
with
Yeah, but don't do that to the grandchildren.
oh, nice. And the last question is Bridget York is asking, what is, you don't need that. You don't need the cards, I don't think. What is our Mother Mary saying for us today?
Surround yourself with a goodness. Try to be good to others as you can be. Be patient and be observer and be good if you can serve someone. In some situations are impossible to serve, but try to be as good as possible.
Yes, it's hard being good, as we know.
It's not easy.
Anyway, hopefully everything will be fine on tomorrow night when you're on with Evelyn. We're going to test it out today to make sure that your Zoom is working. And then Evelyn will post it at some point and you'll be able to let people know when it's posted and the link to it. But as well, anybody, please, after this is posted, write questions that you'd like Violetta to consider for Friday. Friday night, she does her video and posts it Saturday morning. And it's a Saturday video that you're...
Yeah, and if you can write your questions in the
In
bracket,
bold.
in bold letters.
She needs them in bold.
But then, yeah, I know. But it's much easier for me to find them and answer them.
She also has dyslexia, so
Yeah.
it does help her. But anyways, write your questions and she'll answer them. But those who put comments on Saturday's video after it's posted, those are the people who will be eligible for the half-an-hour gifted reading from Janet and Tom Berg, B-E-R-G.
Thank you, Janet and Tom Berg, and
They
all
continue
the
to
best
support
you.
this channel.
And I have Catherine Johnson. I love hearing you. Oh, no, that's not.
Prayers.
Caroline Este. No. Oh my gosh, I have some.
I don't have it.
It was a girlfriend who was talking about.
You showed me when I
Yeah.
came in. Artist Liz has been in hospital for quite some time and she's out, but they still don't know what's wrong with her. So prayers out for Artist Liz as well.
Dondon is asking us to pray for a friend, Monique, who is a young mother of 2 girls, recently diagnosed with bladder cancer. She began chemotherapy last week and is scheduled for invasive surgery soon. Don is writing, we know when we come together, miracles happen. Pray for the most beneficial outcome to that Monique is restored to the perfect health.
And for anyone else who's
And
going through cancer.
whoever needs, but we want to send the bubble of protection to Monique and her 2 daughters. Especially to Monique, because she will be able to protect her daughters when she is healthy. Very young mother of 2 girls. All the best to everyone. And praise for Artist Liz.
And also reach out to somebody and help them out. I mean, no matter what way. Sometimes it's only a smile that we give somebody who was having a bad day and it changes their day for the better.
Yeah, but sometimes people are writing me that the prayers help. So I'm so...
Oh, I believe in prayers.
So pray for the world, yes, Artist Liz, and we are praying for you. And
again,
praise
I'm doing my
peace.
part for Canadians, for Albertans who are part of the resistance.
Yeah. And thank you so much, everyone who is showing up, and stay strong, and nothing lasts forever. Even we feel that he is lasting for too long sometimes and giving us tough time. But life will be boring without him.
We don't mind. It won't be boring. It'll be calmer.
I don't care. I want calm.
Thank you very, very much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Take care. Love you guys and see you Saturday morning on my program.